When did the biblical scholar Umberto Cassuto inspect the Codex, and what is his claim regarding it?
So there is an Italian scholar by the name of Umberto Cassuto. I love his name. Just like, how often do you get a scholar called Umberto? I mean, so Umberto Cassuto was in Israel, and he actually was allowed to examine the Codex in the early part of I think it was the 1930s, perhaps, I don't remember, or 20s. He was not allowed to take photos of it. He has a letter he writes in which he says, I could not take photos. The people in Aleppo said, if I take photos of it, all the curses will fall upon me and them. But he was able to look at it and examine it and draw some conclusions about it. We don't have the full text of his conclusions, but Umberto, he eventually moved to Jerusalem, became a professor at Hebrew University. You might know that there's a street in Beit Vegan, Rehov Cassuto. He wrote a very famous book, the 8 lectures on the documentary hypothesis and a commentary on the Torah. Wonderful scholar. He was of the opinion that the Aleppo Codex that the Rambam, or that rather the Codex that the Rambam saw and writes about in the Mishnah Torah, was not the Aleppo Codex. The basis for him saying that was, we don't know all of his reasoning, but one reason we do know is that the Rambam says that the Shirat Hazinu, the Song of Hazinu, should be written as 70 lines. And he says, if you look in the Aleppo Codex, it's written in 67 lines. He says, so it can't be. Now, there are those who disagree. I mean, first of all, the descriptions of the Aleppo Codex from various people throughout history match the descriptions of people in Cairo. The journey of the Aleppo Codex matches exactly that it should be in Cairo at the time of the Rambam. Much of the evidence points towards it being that what the Rambam saw was the Aleppo Codex. What do you do with the 70 and 67? There are scholars who point out that in one of the oldest manuscripts of the Mishnah Torah of the Rambam, and there are many, many manuscripts, but if you look in one of the oldest manuscripts, it was I forgot from where, but there, that manuscript, it's the it's in Bodleian Library in Oxford. It's the Huntington 80 manuscript of the Rambam. I never saw that in Yeshiva, but it's in the Oxford, and there it says 67 lines. So maybe, I don't know that, but Cassuto was uncertain if this was the one. Most other scholars disagree, and it does seem that this was that what the Rambam saw was indeed the Aleppo Codex.